Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks so much for coming by today, and this is just going to be the start of a new vlog. And so I'm on week 2 now of Ktropeathon, and I had so much fun with week 1. Jumping right into week 2. So a reminder that Ktropeathon is a readathon, and watchathon, and some life-a-thon things too. So, but the hosts are Christy Lewis from Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in Space, A Beautiful Minutia, and Cho Nam-Joo. So I'll link those channels below, of course, and go check them out. And this readathon is all about enjoying all things Korean, essentially. And there's reading prompts and some watching prompts, and like I said, some lifestyle prompts. So I'm going for some bingos for that bingo card. So today is Saturday. What's the 8th of July? 7th of July? Well, it's Saturday. It's already just like blazing hot here in North Carolina, so I don't think we're going to really do much today. Honestly, it's just I think we're going to kind of stick around the house, probably do some chores. That's no fun, but so right currently I am still reading Heart and Soul by Erin Kinsella, but I'm like almost done, so I'm going to try to finish that today. And then I'm not quite sure what I want to pick up next, what I'm in the mood for. We'll go, we'll go from there once I finish what I feel like, because I've got lots of books to choose from. And yeah, so this will be the vlog. I'll check in later. All right. Hey y'all, let's check in. I finished 2 books, so some little tripod here. I did just a little fast motion capture of making a little embroidery. So part of one of the prompts for Ktropeathon is to make or enjoy, seek out some fan art. So I decided I was going to try to make a little something. So I made a little embroidery hoop. Probably can't block the light. There we go. One of the, Love Yourself swirly whirls. This is, of course, from a BTS album. And it's a weird light behind this. Here we go. Let's do that. Not my best work. I've not embroidered in quite a while. Some of my stitches are wonky, but you know what? It's all in good fun. And so I'll put it up over on my shelf. That's where my K-pop albums are. And yeah, it's cute. I don't know. You probably can't tell in this light because it's night, so I just got artificial lighting, but it's on like a light purple fabric, and I used a sort of darker purple for the stitching because purple, right? So yay! I am excited about that. So what did I finish? Reading wise, I did finish Heart and Soul by Erin Kinsella. I really liked this a whole heck of a lot. It was really good. So I started this book in my first vlog. So just in case you hadn't watched that, really quickly what this is about is our main character, Tessa. Yes. She's an author, and she lives in Canada, but her book is being turned into a K-drama. So she flies over to South Korea to kind of, for a few weeks, kind of, see how everything works and be there on set for a little bit, that kind of fun stuff. And she does have like familial roots to South Korea. Her father was Korean, or is Korean, and her mother's Brazilian. So she's, of course, a very beautiful woman. She talks about her curls and everything. But so she's going over there, and so she goes to the, sort of the first meeting with the company and everything, and everybody's there, the cast and everybody's all there. And who is playing the male lead? None other than Upbeat, aka Eungi, who is her like ultimate bias from her favorite K-pop group. And this K-pop group, they're kind of on a bit of a hiatus. A few of their members are doing their military service, so there's kind of 4 of them left that are, trying to kind of, keep their names in the, in the forefront of their fans and minds and that kind of thing. So, Eungi has taken this, even though it's something different, being an acting role, but he's taken this to, just to keep his name out there, all that kind of good stuff. And things happen like right away. They, one thing I like about Tessa, she's very realistic, and she actually struggles a lot with migraines. And right after this first meeting, and they all go out to dinner and they're drinking and yada yada yada. She knows she probably shouldn't drink, but it's like a custom, when you're given a drink, you're supposed to drink it, kind of thing. And she ends up just like totally just kind of hammered in like a monster migraine. And Eungi's like the only one left there in the restaurant, and he ends up kind of like taking her to his house because he didn't know where else to take her. They're photographed, dating scandal immediately. Okay. And what does the company decide to do? Arrange for them to get married, of course, because of course. So it turns into this whole like marriage thing. And then there's like some real drama with like Eungi's parents, who are just like assholes basically. And he struggles a lot with really, I think, PTSD, trauma, anxiety, panic attacks. You see that, I think, represented really well. There's LGBTQ representation in here. I loved it. And of course, even though it turned, they were just, this is a marriage of convenience kind of thing. They're gonna fall in love by the end of it. It's a romance book. This is how these stories go. But it was so good. It really was. I like that there was a lot more going on than just a sort of simpler romance. The talk of mental health and really even within the K-pop industry, you see the pressures that are on the artists and really how they're sort of used more as commodity than like actual people. And I mean, because K-pop has this sort of, I think, dark underbelly that, well, maybe that's within a lot of entertainment, but you know what I mean. So I think that's talked about really well. Really, a bit about fandom, when you're a fan of something, and of course, Tessa's really just kind of like living the dream, right? Like, could you imagine just like, like if you have some sort of celebrity crush and all of a sudden you're like in the same room together, right? So it was cute, really fun, sexy at parts, but there's not too many sex scenes. It's not overly that if you're not into that. But the sex scenes that were there were I thought were really well done. Lots of consent going on, and I really enjoyed this book. Really did. So then I decided to dive into this. This is Villains Are Destined to Die. This is a manhwa. This was a webtoon first, was turned into this gorgeous manhwa. The story is by, I can't hardly read this, Gueouel, if I'm saying that right. The art is by Suol. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Translator, let me find that. Oh, I saw that earlier. Let me see if I can find it again. Maybe it was in the back. Yes, translated by David Odell, and the lettering was done by Chiho Christie, so the English lettering. And this is, like I said, this is a Korean manhwa. So what I love about manhwas is they're in color. So they're a little pricier than your normal kind of manga. But oh, they're gorgeous. So I really had a good time with this. Oh my god, this is really a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to continue on. So what this is about is right at the beginning, everyone's playing this new hot game, on their phones or whatever. And it's kind of like this strange game where it's sort of set in the past, with like a kingdom, and there's like dukes and things like that. And and you are a sort of female character trying to win the love of several male characters throughout the as you progress through the story. And so this, our sort of main character is like, I'm not gonna get hooked up into this, she's a college student. She's like, well, let me just see what all the fuss is about. So she downloads it, starts playing it, it's hooked immediately, and so she beats like the normal level, and she's like, gosh, that was it. And she notices that there's a hard level, and so she's like, oh, you know what, I need the hard level. And lo and behold, though, when she wakes up the next day, she is inhabiting one of the characters of this game, in particular Penelope, who is actually not the leading lady who was trying to find love. She is the villain of this story, of this video game. And so she wakes up and she is in Penelope's body, and she's having to basically play through the game on the hard level, trying to not die, because villains are destined to die, because she's the bad girl, right? So she's meeting all these dudes, like I said, there's a duke and there's a prince in here and all kinds of stuff, and she has to they have these hearts over their, so I can find one. They're hearts over their head, and so which is sort of determining their kind of, I don't say love level. It's not really a love level, but Lord, of course I can't find anything now. So she has to, that percentage needs to go up. It doesn't need to go down. Certainly not into the negative, because she will probably be dead then. I know it sounds a bit convoluted maybe, but it's super fun. So here's a guy. So do you see how there's this sort of power energy bubble over his head? So right here now he's at 0%. So she needs to raise his percentage of him liking her. But again, she's the villain, so how can she turn around how people are feeling about her because of past things that she's done? It's so interesting. And the main character is actually, it almost seems her life is almost an echo of Penelope's life as far as things that they've been through. And so that's been really interesting to get into as well. So it's like I said, it sounds a little strange and weird maybe, but I had a really good time with this, and I cannot wait to see what happens. And the artwork is just, look at this. It's just beautiful. There's this one page, because she has these step brothers. Let me show you the step brothers. Let me see if I can find that one page I'm looking for. I probably can't, because I'm trying to look for it. When you're trying to look for something in particular, you can't find it. Here they are. Look. Whoa, cool. I really like this. And the crown prince is this kind of dark, twisted kind of guy, it seems like. So I'm intrigued where this one goes. And then this very last guy that has come into the picture is this sort of, is this kind of man of mystery. I don't know. I'm hooked on volume 1. I'm using this for the Ktropeathon prompt. I'm reading a book with flowers on the cover. You see all these beautiful flowers there. Yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. So So that's been my day. I've got a couple, finished up Heart and Soul, which I didn't have much left at all. I had maybe like 15% or something. And then like, I did some chores today and did laundry and fun stuff like that. So tomorrow I get to start something new, and I really don't know what I want to pick. I really don't know. Excuse me, what I want to start tomorrow. I've got a few of my Korean stories left. But I mean, I do have, this week, to get through them. The audiobook I still have, I'm still waiting for my hold. I'm hoping it comes in this week for Once Upon a K-Prom. That's the group read for the event. I'm hoping that'll come in this week. As far as audio, I don't know if I had anything else on audio to try to get to for Ktropeathon. I'm trying to remember, and I don't think so. So I have these books. I've got, the other Cho Nam-Joo book I bought that I got from the library. So I may dig into this one because it's a library book. And, I want to read it so I can, get it back to the library in time. And it isn't long, so I really might dig into this one. I've got The Good Son, which is like a thrillery type book, which might get into that one too. And then of course I have this kind of strangely wonderful sounding The Cabinet, which sounds a bit more of a weird sort of fantastical sort of book. And then I do have this other, though this is technically a manga, but it's called Mrs. Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles. It's really about this. It's about ramen noodles. I mean, I just feel like it's appropriate. So I'm gonna try to get to this too. So now that I'm deciding, I think I'm gonna start this one next. Cho Nam-Joo's Saha. And this one sounds pretty strange and very different from Kim Ji-young, born in 1982. So in a country called Town, there's a doctor named, piece of tape over it, named Sue, is found dead in an abandoned car. There's only one place the police intend to look for her suspected killer, the Saha Estates. Okay, so that's where the name comes in. Controlled by a secretive organization of ministers, Town is the safest, richest nation in the world. But it is a society clearly divided into the haves and have-nots, and those who have the very least, who aren't even considered citizens, live on the Saha Estates. Okay. Residents of Saha must squat in moldy units without plumbing or electricity and can only find work doing harsh labor. For many, the apartment complex is a bleak haven for escaping even bleaker pasts, as it was for Jin Kyung and her brother Do Kyung. Okay, this is a pretty long synopsis. It goes from there. Okay. Yeah, I am definitely intrigued by that brief synopsis, so I think I'm definitely... I'm gonna dig into this next, I think. Yay! I'll check in later. Well, permanent more tonight. It's late. I'm going to bed soon. Okay, bye. 잘 지냈어요 모두 보고 싶었어 이도 Going은 언제나 너에게 going.
명랑하게.
예. 라라라라.
그렇지.
이거지. 한번 쭉쭉 내려주세요.
그렇지. 컴온. 그렇지.
오케이.
좋아요.
do a quick little update on Saha. I have started this one. I'm up to page 47, so I'm kind of getting into the beginnings and the nitty-gritties of it all. And y'all, I'm hooked. I'm already hooked on this book. I am so interested to see what is going to happen. So I'm thrilled. Right at the beginning of the book, we meet. Of course, we're meeting our characters, and we're setting up this world, which there's this sort of island nation called Town, and they're basically run by like a corporation. It's very strange. And then they have this, hold on, I made some notes. They have this, what do they call it? The town is basically owned by a corporation, is run by a council of ministries. It feels really kind of totalitarian, very strict rules, all mysterious because no one knows who the ministry members are, yet they make all the rules and all the the what's and the whys of town. There are three levels of citizens in town. The L's are they're full town citizens. L2s, they're trying to become L's. They're trying to become citizens, and they have good records, and so they have possibility. And then there's what they call the Sahas, which they basically are kind of no category. They're nobodies and nothings and have no prospect and probably will never be a citizen. And they all live in this place called Saha Estates, which is this old rundown apartment building. And there's like a group of people that live there. And essentially they're squatting but anyway. So right at the beginning of the book, we meet Do-kyung and Soo. Soo is dead in this car. Do-kyung wakes up to Soo being dead in the car, and he's panicking. He runs away. He's now on the run, missing. His sister, Jin-kyung, also is a Saha, and they live in the Saha Estates. And of course doesn't know where he is looking for him. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So Soo is not a Saha. She's actually a pediatrician and came to Saha every now and then to kind of help the kids that live there, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm very interested, what's going on. I'm loving learning about this world, how this society is set up. It is very much a sort of caste system, really. Haves and have-nots, you know what I mean? I get a very sort of an oppressive sort of, nation, I guess I'll say. Yeah, anyway, I'm hooked. I'm hooked. I can't wait to see where this goes. So yeah, just some initial thoughts. All right. Okay, it's Sunday, so I'm gonna do another kind of big cooking thing. So here we got some ingredients. I've got some pork belly. I've got some more pork belly in the fridge. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a tofu kimchi stew, which will be more for me. And then we're gonna have some tonight, which is basically lettuce wraps, which is what the pork belly is for. And then I think I'm gonna make a coleslaw too to go along with that. I think it'll be yummy. Okay, I'm gonna start with the stew first so we can get simmering. Asian Suol. That tastes actually really good. The dressing is made with garlic and ginger, sesame sesame oil, rice vinegar. Oh, super. Oh, this looks so delicious. This is pork belly. We're definitely just sort of splurging and eating this tonight. Definitely not something we have a lot of. Oh. Tofu, pork, kimchi. Oh. Yummy.
Drop it like hot, hot, hot. 어제가 feeling so hot. 이 노래 burning like hot, 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 hot. 우리는 drop it like hot.
Good morning. Just want to, oh my God, my son. Just wanted to come on here and say that yesterday I hit my sort of 2-week, anniversary celebration, whatever, of learning Korean on Duolingo. How fun is that? So I've been toying with the idea for several months now. Like, I think I want to try to learn Korean a little bit, even if I can just sing along with K-pop songs or something, I said, let me give Duolingo a try. It's free, and I think it might give me a good sort of base knowledge of things, and that if by the end of Duolingo, if I'm like, yeah, I really want to go further, and then I can definitely explore further, because I know there's way more out there that, that I can get into that, have a financial thing to them, but so let me just try this little freebie thing first. I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a blast with it. These first couple of weeks have really just been learning, Hangul, the alphabet, learning the sounds that they make, putting those sounds together. What sound does that make? Matching up those sounds with the letters with the sounds, things like that. And just recently, we've gotten to a little bit of vocabulary, so I'm learning a few words. I still don't really know them, but yeah, it's I don't know. I'm having a really good time, and this free level of Duolingo is works for me. You have to deal with commercials and things, but yeah, I'm enjoying it, and it's just a little bit of time every day, I've definitely gotten the hang now of the letters, letters and the sounds and things like that. I can definitely kind of identify that. Of course, I don't know what words are anyway, but yeah. So I'm having fun with it, which I think is kind of the key point, right? Is that you're enjoying something that you're trying to do that's new. I was a little apprehensive, as I've always heard Korean is like one of the hardest languages to learn, and but I'm having a good time with it. And I think Duolingo, it does a good job with like easing you into it and making it kind of fun for you. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep on with this and work my way through Duolingo, and then at the end of that, you know, see where we are. So just kind of wanted to mention that I hit my 2-week streak, and yeah, it's fun. Hey y'all. I'm just gonna end this vlog here now because it's already really long, and I've got more days left of Ktropeathon. So I'm gonna put up this video as a part 2 for my vlog. I'm gonna start a new one for the last few days of this week. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and catch me in the next vlog to see how I'm gonna end Ktropeathon for myself. All right, thanks for watching.